Okay. All right, we're on location with Solomon, Jabby, and wife Jackie, taking a break from doing worship here at Calvary ABQ. So we just wanted to catch up with them and get some insight on what's going on with them. Last time we saw Jabby, I think were you guys married yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were. Okay. Yeah. So how long you guys been married?
It'll be 3 years this August. So.
3 years this August. Okay.
Yeah.
So this was before, this came after Formally Planted?
Yeah, well actually this was 2010.
2010.
Yeah, Formally Planted came out in 2007.
Okay, alright. So a lot changed for Jabby.
Yeah.
Married, new album now.
Yeah.
Rocksteady?
Rocksteady.
Alright.
It's a collection of early reggae, rocksteady tracks that captures the era from about 67 to 72.
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of raw organ, a lot of real Hammond organ and piano, real instruments, and it's a lot more upbeat, a lot more, I guess you would say, happy.
Old school reggae.
Yeah, old school reggae. Yeah.
Definitely.
It's kind of that area between ska and reggae.
Yeah, I like it, man. I even like the track you do with Delavou.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's a talented guy.
So now, a lot changed with the band and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You guys now are full musicianaries.
Right.
How's that been?
It's been great. Actually, Mark called a meeting back in November when we were in Maui, and he said, "Look, guys, I think God's calling me to disband the band as we know it, and ask everybody to come back on board as missionaries." And so it's kind of like, it was kind of more symbolic than actually breaking up the band. It was just like he wanted everybody to come back with a new mindset.
Right.
And so it was kind of like we had to rearrange our minds because like we've been, kind of like the normal Christian band where you're like an industry mentality, and so now we came back with a strictly ministry missionary mentality. And so this past April we just went on our in May went on our first kind of band mission trip.
Yeah.
Where we actually raised support to get out there because the churches didn't have the money to bring us out. And so we raised support, bought the flights, spent 3 weeks out there. We played at I went to the Philippines and ministered at a women's prison, a garbage dump where actually people live, and there's kids everywhere living in a garbage dump, but we saw an awesome ministry in the middle of all that trash.
Yeah.
God was there and he was working, and we saw kids singing like Hillsong songs, praising God, and they had a little school set up there, and so it was a really awesome, it was kind of the first big trip where we can actually kind of, it was other than just a tour, it was a mission trip, and so we're doing a lot more of that now, and it's been awesome. God's really blessed it.
Amen. So now that you step out in faith, you're seeing God really providing.
The funny thing is, after we had that meeting, I think it was maybe 6 weeks after that, we hit Billboard number 3.
Wow.
And then soon after that, we hit Billboard number 1. And so it's kind of God's stamp saying, all right, so it's not all about you now. And so you're making it about me, so, he's really blessed us in a lot of ways, not just with that, but in a lot of different ways.
So now, Jackie, you are a part of the fruit now of the new makeup of the band.
Yeah.
So now you are the new horn section.
Yeah, I joined the band last October. Actually, my first trip was Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
Here was actually your first trip.
But not like a musician, but like a musician playing with the band. It was in October last year in the Virgin Islands. And ever since we have been playing, and God has blessed us a lot with all the concerts that we have done. And He has blessed us much because we changed like all our mindset.
Yeah.
And since I joined the band, I really enjoy like the new mission statement.
Right.
Yeah.
She played on my album as well, and she's a great sax player.
So you have a song and they call Jacqueline. Is that to her?
That's her. Yeah. It's actually telling kind of our story, how we met, and how we met on tour and everything. So.
All right.
I had to stick it in there. So.
Yeah. That's cool. So how's Rocksteady doing?
It's doing great. Actually got getting some airplay. A magazine in Italy is reviewing it. I got some reviews here, and it's doing well. It's doing probably better than any of my other previous releases so far. So I'm really excited about it.
It seems like people still could appreciate the old school style of reggae.
Right.
The foundation.
Right.
Yeah.
I have gotten a few emails wanting some dub stuff for my next release, so I may have to put that out as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So, in being in the band and then doing your solo career, which takes priority?
I think being in the band and Christafari is my priority right now, but at the same time, like, my passion is doing my own stuff, so it's kind of like dual, you know, it works great together. And so it's been great. It's been a blessing to be able to do both. And so yeah, I'm gonna continue to put out music, and as long as people will listen to it and want to hear it.
I love the Christian mentality, because normally when you have so much individual talent in a band, you know, in the world they split half and they go do their own thing.
Well, especially today, where everybody can have a studio in their bedroom. Everybody can have a, you know, release music. You don't need anything now except a computer. And so I think that's good in a lot of ways. It's great, but all of a sudden, also the bad part of it is everybody has their own project, and so, you know, back in the 70s and 80s, you had bands, and, you know, they were like more like united for one thing. So it's getting more and more, I think, rare that there's more big bands, there's more individual artists, and so that's kind of like the good thing about Christafari is we're united and that, and then my solo project's great though too, because I can, you know, kind of get my creative, you know, voice out on another avenue too, so it's great for me.
And two last questions now. Jackie, let me hear it from you. I always say the wife would tell you. Jackie, how is marriage and being on the road and juggling and then dealing with Solomon? Because he's a man, and I want to. So I know, you know, we could be trying at times. How's all of that? How you walk that stuff out?
Being on the road is being interesting, because before we got married, I never traveled anywhere. I'm from Colombia, so before we got married, I just living in Colombia and always being just in one city. I didn't travel at all. So this was a big change for me. And the marriage was another big change. So I tried to get used to the two big changes in my life.
And language.
Like live in another country, learn a new language, start traveling with them. But it has been great.
That's good.
It has been great. God has blessed us a lot, and He has put a lot of patience, and I think just love can overcome a lot of difficulties on the road. So just be patient and flexible, and I think that's it.
Now, I love the makeup in this band, because most of the band members are married. Secular reggae don't really support that, the value of marriage, you know, and this is one of the things that I love about Christafari is that, you know, biblical principles and values are being lived out. So now, as a married couple, and I know, you know, no marriage is perfect, no human being is perfect. So when you guys have that time when you lock horns and knock heads, you know, how do you walk those things out?
We try to keep it short.
I
think both of us have the kind of the personality. I don't think we really like conflict that much. So. But so we like, if there is a disagreement, I think we usually really end it quick and say, all right, you know, what do we have to do? Because we are thankful that we're having the opportunity to travel together, and and it's easy to get, like, you know, short or grumpy or selfish on the road when you haven't slept and you haven't eaten. So we just try to remember that, you know, this is a blessing, you know. There's going to be hard times, but we seem to always not let the sun go down on our anger. I think that's a big thing.
So keeping the right perspective.
Exactly.
Because, you know, we lose it real quick. All right.
And then you have to allow grace, you know, for people to have bad days and bad moments. I mean, we all have them. So try not to hold grudges, and try not to get too bent out of shape and little things like that, and just let people, you know, be human.
All right. Well, you know, that's it for our little time with Solomon and Jacqueline of Christafari. Jabby plays guitar, and Jacqueline plays... Which horns you playing, Jacqueline?
Saxophone. It's a tenor saxophone.
Okay. And you guys sounded good?
I appreciate it. It's been great to be back in Albuquerque, and I'm hoping we're going to be doing this every year.
All right. And tell the Ja Roots radio audience what you want to say to them.
Well, my name is Solomon Jabby, and I do early reggae, rocksteady, and dub, and hope you enjoy my music.
All right. And you want to give a shout out to Ja Roots?
Ja Roots Radio, live and direct.
All right. Jacqueline, what about you? She's like...
she's a quieter.
Alright. Okay, we'll take the laugh is good.
Yeah.
Alright, God bless.
Us, man. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Okay.